Hey guys, this is Serath from Defection Gaming, bringing you the first episode in a new series I'm having called Drafting in Ranked. Now, the idea behind this is I'm going to take my playtesting and having fun YouTube account, Serath, and putting you through a lot of my ranked games that I'm going to start playing just to get some YouTube videos going about how and why you should pick things and where to pick things in ranked. Hopefully I'll get better at the game as we continue so that as the meta changes, you'll be able to look through the videos and see where high res has changed things. Like if a character's become overpowered, we might see it that the immediate ban on our minds was Hercules. You might eventually see that that doesn't become a strong enough character, and he gets nerfed too much, and he's picked much more often. So anyway, let's go through what the do's and don'ts of draft mode at the moment. Now, the do's are know what you're going to be banning. If you ban something useless, then you've wasted a ban. If for example you ban Basakura because you were hit really hard from him last game, or you're trolling, it becomes very hard for your team to have confidence in their top player and will play more passively. Because it's obviously the top player that's picking. You need to make a decent decision in rank. Because if your team goes into it thinking, oh, our top player is a bit of an idiot, then the morale of the team will be lower, and you'll probably have an argument at the start because people care about their elo. So the best thing to do is to ban something like Hercules or Sobek or anything in the current meta that is really, really strong. I'm not saying that Basakura isn't strong, I'm just saying that at the moment he isn't the highest of picks anywhere. So the other do that you need to do when in draft mode is to make sure that you have a strong support basis before you start picking anything else. Because if you start out with going, I pick an assassin, I then pick 2 more carries, and then you have to settle for what support is left, and maybe even not have support. I've been in rare games where they haven't bothered, just gone 5 assassins, which was an interesting game. But we start off with a solid, and so do they. Both teams start off with a solid basis for their CC. I mean, we start with the Ymir, and he's strong as anything. He's very good at CC. He's very hard to kill. He's very useful in the competitive environment. They've got Guan Yu and Ares, both pretty decent picks. Ares has his chains buffed recently and is a lot stronger, and so is Guan Yu. He's really good at. They're both good initiation characters. Ares with his pull and Guan Yu with his stunning ult. It's really both teams have got a decent start, so they won't be lacking for support. On our second picks, we pick a Cupid and an Anubis. Anubis is a very strong mid, and I actually picked him because Ymir wanted to be a offensive mid player. So I thought that Anubis will work well in any lane, even if they pick a direct counter to him as their mid. He'll be able to go pretty much anywhere. He'll combo really nicely with me, and he'll combo really nicely probably with any other tank with a stun. And Cupid has got very good physical damage presence. He's got very strong sustain with his hearts early game, and he does do a lot of damage with his stuns and everything. So we're not looking too bad. Neither are they. They have an Ao Kuang mid, which is not the mid I would have picked to go against Anubis, because he is Ao Kuang's easier to wrap while he's putting down his abilities, because he tends to be quite slow, and while lining up his ultimate, he is very easy to quickly wrap and do loads of damage to. So you need to be a bit careful when playing an Ao Kuang mid against an Anubis. But if our Anubis mid isn't as aggressive as the Ao Kuang, then obviously the Ao Kuang will find it much, much easier to push the lane. They're probably having discussions about what they should and shouldn't be picking, based on the fact that their god selections are taking a long time to decide and pick what they might want to pick. They pick an Artemis as one of their 3rd and 4th picks. So they've got a decent carry, a decent set of support, and a decent mid, which is what they wanted. And they've got pretty much the basis of a solid team, and they can just come out with another carry, maybe even another physical carry, and their team's got really good potential. Now, when our team now look very solid against their team, because none of their team can move out of the Odin ultimate. Our last two picks were very strong. Agni can go against Ao Kuang if Anubis doesn't really want to. Agni's a very, very strong laner. Odin, none of their gods can get out of their ult at the moment. So at the moment, a brawler Odin played properly will be a huge deficit on their team, and it actually turned out to do that in the late game of this ranked game. I remember it quite well. It was a very close, fun game. Both teams worked really well together. Both teams had good synergy, and it hit really, really strong. And they pick a Shibalanke at the end, which is not the pick I would have gone for. I would have gone for an Anha or something like that to be able to escape the Odin ultimate, because no one on their team now in the entire game will be able to escape the power of Odin. Now we're up into the changing character selection. Now I still think that for swapping, I think it can be a bit better, because I obviously swapped with the Ymir, but if you're just new to this, then it's difficult to have everything make a lot of sense, and you might not be able to see how to change your characters if you can't see the little icons. So I think that needs to be made a bit more clearer, but otherwise it looks like it's going to be a very good game between two very, very strong looking teams. I think we have better picks because we have the strong Odin counter to lots of things on their team, and every one of our ultimates and damaging abilities can pretty much get into Odin's spears. So it's going to be, I think our team has better picks than theirs, but both teams still have good synergy and work really well. Please rate, comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this